Welcome to our classes. I'm Dr. K.K. Misra. This video tutorial is on multiple choice questions on macroeconomics. This is part 2. Now come to the questions. Question number 1. In equation C is equal to A plus BI, the value of B lies between A 0 is less than B is less than 1, or B 0 is greater than B is less than 1, or C 0 is equal to B is less than 1, or D 0 is greater than 1, B is less than 1. There actually the correct option is A 0 is less than B less than 1. 2. The relation between APC and MPC in Keynes psychological consumption function is A. MPC is less than APC, or B. MPC is equal to APC, or C. MPC greater than APC, or D. None. The correct option is A. MPC is less than APC. 3. Under Keynes consumption function, consumption is a function of income. A. Unstable, B. Inverse, C. Stable, or D. Neutral. The correct option is C. Stable. 4. Under classical theory, demand for labor is the same as A. MP curve of labor, B. MRP curve of labor, C. MC curve of labor, or D. MPP curve of labor. The correct option is A. MP curve of labor. 5. The reason for existence of proportional relationship between money stock and price level is A. Money illusion, B. Inflation, C. Full employment, D. Best price flexibility. The correct option is C. Full employment. 6. Which among the following is not a feature of Keynesian theory? A. Short run, B. Best price flexibility, C. Fiscal policy, or D. Underemployment equilibrium. Correct option is B. Best price flexibility. 7. Money on wings indicates A. Store value function of money, B. Medium of exchange function of money, C. Measure of value function of money, or D. All. The correct option is B. Medium of exchange function of money. 8. Cash balance approach in quantity theory emphasis on A. Money as a medium of exchange, B. Money as a store of value, C. Money as a measure of value, or D. Money as a transfer of value. Correct option is B. Money as a store of value. 9. In the classical theory, output and employment are determined by A. Production function, B. Demand for labor and supply of labor, or C. Effective demand. So here correct option is D. Both A and B. 10. Under Keynesian theory, employment and output is determined by A. Saving investment equality, B. Production function, C. Effective demand, or D. Demand for money and supply of money. The correct option is C. Effective demand. 11. The concept money illusion is firstly coined out by A. Irving Fisher, B. Milton Friedman, C. Alfred Marshall, or D. M Keynes. The correct option is A. Irving Fisher. 12. Which of the following equation is not true? A. APC plus APS is 1, or B. 1 minus APC is APS, or C. 1 minus APS is equal to APC, or D. APC minus 1 is equal to APS. So here actually the correct option is D. APC minus 1 is equal to APS, which is not true. 13. Under classical theory, rate of interest is determined by A. Demand for money and supply of money, B. Demand for capital and supply of savings, or D. C. Demand for investment and price level, or D. Demand for investment and supply of money. So if you compare, you will find that the correct option is B. Demand for capital and supply of savings. 14. This independence of real variables from changes in money supply and nominal variables is called A. Money illusion, B. Neutrality of money, C. Classical dichotomy, D. Money multiplier. The correct option is C. Classical dichotomy. 15. The expansion in money supply does not affect the real output and employment in the economy indicates A. Effectiveness of monetary policy, B. Effectiveness of fiscal policy, C. Neutrality of money, or D. Money illusion. The correct option is C. Neutrality of money. 16. An increase in output and employment in the economy which arise out of increasing consumption demand and rise in real wealth is called A. Demonstration effect, B. Keynes effect, C. Income effect, D. Pigou effect. The correct option is D. Pigou effect. 17. Which of the following measures have to be adopted to curb out inflation from the economy? A. Increase in government expenditure and reduction in taxation. B. Decrease in government expenditure and increase in taxation. C. Increase in transfer payments and increase in taxation. D. Decrease in transfer payments and decrease in taxation. The correct option is B. Decrease in government expenditure and increase in taxation. 18. During Great Depression period, unemployment in USA rose by A. 15%, B. 25%, C. 5%, or D. 24%. Actually, the correct option is B. 25%. This is a matter of knowledge. 19. Keynes introduced the book General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money in the year A. 1929, B. 1933, C. 1936, or D. 1935. Correct option is C. 1936. 20. Which of the following have to be adopted to remove recession from the economy? A. Increase in government welfare programs and increase in taxation. B. Increase in government welfare projects and decrease in taxation. C. Increase in public borrowing and decrease in taxation. D. Decrease in public borrowing and increase in taxation. The correct option is B. Increase in government welfare projects and decrease in taxation. 20. The two cornerstones of classical economics are A. The Phillips curve and Say's law. B. Say's law and the quantity theory of money. C. The quantity theory of money and the liquidity preference theory. And D. Say's law and the liquidity preference theory. The correct option is B. Say's law and the quantity theory of money. 22. The classical view, the price level is determined by A. Aggregate supply, B. Aggregate demand and supply, or C. Supply of money and aggregate demand. The correct option is C. Supply of money. 23. Assume a consumption function of the following form. Say C is equal to 50 plus 0.8y. If income is equal to $1,000, then the consumption is, if you calculate by the value, you will get D. $850. 24. During period of recession, A. Aggregate output declines. B. Price level starts rising. C. Unemployment declines. D. Aggregate output rises. Correct option is A. Aggregate output declines. 25. Keynesian economics came to be widely accepted because it finds solution to A. Stagflation of 70s, B. Recession in 2008, C. Low growth rates in 50s, or D. Great Depression of 30s. Correct option is D. Great Depression of 30s. 26. Macroeconomics is a study of economics that deals with which four factors? A. Household, firms, government and demand supply. B. Household, firms, government and external sector. Or C. Profits, price level, cost and expenditure, or D. None. Actually, the correct option here is B. Household, firms, government and external sector. 27. Average number of times a unit of money changes from one hand to another is called A. Price level, B. Money supply, C. Value of money, or D. Velocity of circulation. Here correct option is D. Velocity of circulation. 28. Who is considered as the father of modern economics? A. Ragnar Frisch, B. Adam Smith, C. M Keynes, or D. Milton Friedman. The correct option is C. M Keynes. 29. Under Keynesian theory of income determination, investment A. depends on income, B. endogenous, C. exogenous, D. depends on money supply. The correct option is C. exogenous. 30. In the three sector economy, Y equals, correct option is B. C plus I plus G. So this was all about this tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel or classes and press the bell button so that you keep on getting notifications of the further uploads. And do forward it to many those who are needy and write their examinations. Right? Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.